Good morning, friends. In the last lecture, we have started to discuss about the different ages and development of drama as per the ages, and we started the discussion with Greek drama and Greek theatre. We talked about how Greek theatre, how Greek drama was very much relevant, and how this drama is trying to be part of society. We discussed all those things in detail with you. Now, let us continue this discussion and understand and try to find out that how uh, these things are going on. Excuse me, wait for a minute. I'm having a university call, urgent call from university. Sir, yeah, sorry for the interruption. Uh, as we have started the discussion about uh, Greek theatre, and we even talked about Greek drama. Now, if you see very carefully, and as we have discussed about all those Greek drama and all those Greek actors, let me put certain things in front of you so that it will be easy for you to understand Greek drama better. Now, as we have seen the dates of also of that Greek drama, Thespis, as I've informed you yesterday about the great actor, writer, and he changed the whole understanding of Greek tragedy across the Greece, and he started various festivals in Greece. Thespis, credited as the first tragedy writer, and he seems to have changed the nature of form by stepping out of the chorus and taking a solo part into it. As I also said to you earlier, that Greek drama, as even I said, a part of its politics, and even I have informed you about the kind of politics that Greek society was facing. Now, if you look at very minutely, for the sake of god Dionysus, as the performances started. Now, what kind of performances that was? That was tragedy. And if you see tragedy, which was performed in front of god Dionysus, we need to understand this very carefully. This festival of god Dionysus, which is yesterday, as I said, is a religious celebration. This Dionysic celebrations were held each winter in Athens, especially. Why these festivals used to have, why people are interested in having these kinds of festival? The reason is because this was the time for harvesting of grape, beginning of grape harvesting, and culminating of these grapes for wine. So at the beginning of that particular period in rural part of Dionysia, approximately in today's time, if you see, approximately in the month of December, and then in another town called Linia in the month of January, and then in another town Anthestria in February, and in the town Dionysia in the month of March. That means from December to March, 4 festivals were arranged. And during those 4 festivals, drama contest amongst, there's a competition of drama, and those who ever win that competition, he will get a kind of prize. Except one festival, Anthestria, which used to have in the month of February. There you will find out dances were a lot at that time, not the place, but in the 3 festivals, drama used to be performed at that time. And how long this will go on? The city of Dionysia, which was having the most lavish festival at that time, it lasted for 5 to 7 days continuously, and it was open to all non-Athenician people, Athenician people, and everyone was able to watch that performances. There is some queries regarding to the performances, and if you see the theories of dramas and the theories that connect the origin of dramas, they connect that theory, they connect the origin of drama with rituals, as we have seen, as a religion. Now this ritual, what this ritual attempts at? This ritual attempts to guarantee fertility and growth of the crops, because the whole society depends on that that grapes. And that's why the culture is coming out of this agriculture. Please understand this. Now for the 7 days, what usually happens, because if you understand this very carefully, then you can able to understand how this birth of drama and how the dramatist developed. The first 2 days of this festival were probably taken up by the dithyrambic contest. Dithyrambic is a meter, and this was a contest amongst the 10 tribes of Athens. This contest used to play between the 10 tribes of Athens. Dithyrambic is a meter in which you have to sing the song. And when they used to sing a song, naturally, not one person is singing it, a group is coming together, and this group is presenting the song. Generally, the tribe presented two choruses. One is of men and other is of boys. These are the two different choruses. Chorus, a group of 8 to 10 members. Each one singing their narrative lyric. Each one singing a narrative lyric that is called a dithyram. And 3 days of this festival, the festival runs for 7 days, and the last 3 days were devoted to contest amongst the tragedians. The tragedians, most of whom worked for half the year on 3 tragedies. Every day 1 tragedy, 3 days 3 tragedies. And the whole troupe used to rehearse for 6 months. Now, tragedians' 3 plays sometimes related themes or myths. Sometimes, not often. The tragedians wrote the plays, trained and rehearsed the actors, composed music, created the setting, dances, costume, and the most important, masks. The judges, who will judge this performance? Those judges chosen by lottery system. And first prize went to the tragedians whose 4 plays were most powerful and most beautifully conceived by the audience, which give a kind of message and understanding to the audience. After 486 BC, first time a competition for comedy was also held. That means 3 comedies were presented at the 2 comedies or 3 comedies were presented at the last day. And the performance for the comedy was paid for the wealthy Athenians who can pay the money and watch that. But the great Greek plays, the great Greek tragedies of 3 great tragedians, Aeschylus, Sophocles, Euripides. These 3 great tragedians, they were not writing for any sort of commercial purpose, but they are writing for the sake of certain civic or religious or the moral responsibility of the society, where a family, where a man is the nucleus of all this. Now, fortunately, you will find out, my friend, most of the Greek drama was associated with important celebrations. Please understand this. And these celebrations, nowadays, if you find it out in certain celebrations in rural part of Maharashtra, you will find out if there is any jatra or any yatra, then you will find out some sort of celebrations used to take place. That Greek drama is that where the god favor individual for certain reasons. Greek drama tries to show a kind of divine intervention in favor or disfavor of human beings' endeavors. Now, very interestingly, the two most interesting references you will find out when you talk about Greek drama, when you study about Greek drama. Then I'll move to the tragedy. Tragedy that is part of Greek drama. Greek actors who used to rehearse for 6 months altogether for the competition. As I said yesterday also, Thespis was the first actor, first writer, and this man who stepped from the chorus to act in dialogue with it was the first person. Why he is a legend? Why he was called as a legend in the world of drama? The reason is that Thespis was the first person of the chorus. Please understand, chorus, a group of 10 members, 20 members usually, 10 of the boys, 10 of the men of one particular tribe. There are 10 tribes of Athens, and in chorus in tragedy, in performance of a play, 2 members from each tribe has to take and to form a chorus of approximately 20%, 10% men, 10 are boys. They used to sing narrative lyric. The lyric will tell you the whole story. It will narrate the story. Now it is a group activity. Thespis was called, why he was called as a legend? Because Thespis came out of the chorus and he started to communicate directly. He started to speak in the form of dialogue. And in this way, by creating a dialogue, he created the agon, A-G-O-N. Agon means dramatic confrontation. And that's why he was called as first tragedian. Because when you are singing a narrative lyric, you are narrating a story. You're telling a story. 20 people singing in a one sound telling you the story. Why these 20 people are coming in one, they are singing in one sound? Because the audience, as you have seen the Greek stage, it was semicircular, it was not built up. Please understand this. There were the huge mountains and people used to sit on the mountains. Later on, they carved the mountain and made the places trenches to sit. They were watching from that mountains and they're sitting on the mountains and watching the whole performance. As you have seen in the movie Lagan, they used to watch the cricket match sitting on that mountains, on the hills. Now, if somebody is sitting at the top, when you have seen, I have shown you that Greek stage, the last person needs to hear what is going on there. So when they sing in a loud voice, it will reach to the last person. And last person sitting at the last man sitting in that top, on the top of that hill or mountain, was able to understand what is going on. That's why they used to sing a narrative lyric with a voice of 20 people at a time. Why there is man and boys? Man's voice is mature voice. Boy's voice is little bit you can say, a plain voice, something very close to female voice. And that's why they can able to sing the songs, something like a man and women singing the song, because women were not allowed to be part of that performances. Same thing happens in Elizabethan period where there were, and that's why you will find out in Shakespeare's play there were no heroines. Men used to perform the roles of women. Same thing in India also. Yeah, you know it very well. Now this chorus, when they were singing, nobody is coming out, nobody is trying to show you the confrontation. So he came out of that chorus and started to have a confrontation, started to have a dramatic or hysterical, or you can say presentation in front of the histrionics, in front of this large audience. And that's why he was considered as first tragedian, he was considered as the first actor who came out of the chorus, came out of that 20 man, and he started to speak alone. The one actor was the norm in tragedies. One actor, only one actor will be in tragedy. That was the norm. That was the condition of a tragedy in Greece. One actor only. Rest of them are chorus. They'll sing. Aeschylus. Why Aeschylus was important in Greek drama? The names which I am taking, those are very important names, those who changed the whole concept and idea of drama. Thespis came out of the chorus, started to have an agon, that means dramatic confrontation. And then up to Aeschylus, until Aeschylus came, one actor, one character was the norm of any tragedy. Aeschylus, the first important Greek tragedian whose works survives, he introduced a second actor. He says, no, one actor was not sufficient. We need another one to come in front of him. So there should be a conflict between the two. So other actor appears in front of him. And then Sophocles, he added third actor. And later on, comedy, going advanced than tragedy, added fourth actor into it. And thus the chorus and all actors are coming together and making a complete drama. Very interestingly, all these actors and chorus were male. No female were allowed to be part of, no females were allowed to be part of any drama. Now, everyone in this play, like actors and the chorus, they used to wear mask. So chorus and mask, these are the two specific qualities of Greek drama. If someone asks what is the difference between Greek and Elizabethan drama, apart from the tragedy, the storyline, apart from the themes, Greek drama was having chorus and mask, whereas Elizabethan drama did not have any chorus or mask. That was a major difference. Only Greek drama was having chorus and masks. All the actors wear mask. At first, masks were simple. Later on, they became more ornate. They often decorated and having a detailing on this mask to establish the gender, to establish the age, or to establish the position of the character. Now you may have a doubt in your mind. So why everyone is wearing mask when it is a drama, when it is performed? Why people were wearing masks? Well, there was a reason for that. And the reason is, when you are performing in front of thousands of audience without any mic system. This was your scientific development. Mic system is available today. Or you have nowadays camera and screens where you can show the faces very close to each and every person with the close-ups. That is again added advantage into film. When you study film, it has another different dimensions added into a film, because film was also a part of literature. And being a student of literature, we are not simply reading any drama, we are not simply watching the film, we are studying it, we are analyzing it. And this analysis is not simply based on only themes and plot and characterization. This analysis is based on how this was performed and interpreted. So for thousands of audiences sitting in front of you, how will your expression be visible to them? They were not able to see what you are, what you belongs to, because you will look like a small person. They were not able to see your face very carefully. So wearing the mask, this will show, the mask will show them, yes, this is king, this is queen, this is soldier. And when they used to speak, what they said, the chorus will sing very loudly, and that will reach to the people that, okay, this is what this person is saying. This is what this person is narrating. And that's why that was narrative lyric. Now, if it is in a plain sentence, if there is no rhythm, if there is no poetry, then it will be difficult to speak in a single breath. And that's why you have to sing. When you sing with a small portion. And that will reach to the people very immediately. A minimum words will reach to the people very clearly. They can grasp the words very clearly. And that's why, according to their gender, according to their age, according to the position or station of each character, the masks were decorated accordingly. Now, certain masks were designed in such a way that those masks amplified the voice of the actor. It will become a little bit louder, and that will reach to everyone. It need not to say very, you can say in a very large, in a high pitch. Unfortunately, my friends, we lost all those treasure of Greek masks. But we have numerous illustrations of Greek pottery and even Roman paintings and Roman copies of Greek sculpture. And those masks were made up of certain perishable materials like cloth, wood, and possibly plaster. And they were often adorned with hair and beards also. These masks were carved and shaped to represent varieties of dramatic types. The warrior, the philosopher, the king, the queen, old man, old woman, young woman. With the mask, the audience can able to understand, okay, this is king, this is queen, this is philosopher. And if you see very carefully, I'll try to show you those different masks to you, that how these different masks you can able to find it out. I tried to get mask, I tried to get the picture, whether that picture will be visible to you or not, I'm quite doubtful about it. Let us show it. It is a very minimal picture. I'll show the picture of chorus and the kind of mask they are wearing. Now you look at this mask. I think it's a very small picture. Are you able to watch there? Are you able to see this?
Sir.
Somebody, are you able to see this mask?
Yes, sir.
I'll show you another. I'll show you another picture. This is a very, the picture which I'll show to you is a very common picture, and this you will find out that let's see to it where it is. Now, if you can see, look at this picture. The beard, the mask, and some faces. This is a very rare picture because it was Romans who painted this picture of Greek masks when they saw the mask. So you'll find out the gender is mentioned there. If it is a woman, the face was the mask of a woman they will wear. If it is a person like this man, this picture, you can find it out. So the characters, the development of characters in drama may have been accelerated because of these masks. And even the number of actors was increased to 4, and masks were used to permit them to assume many roles, because there are 4 actors only performing on the stage. So they can change the mask so that you can understand that, okay, this is different character, this is another character, this is another character. So they were wearing different kinds of masks altogether. And that create a high level of dramatic complexity. You'll find out the demands of Greek actors were considerable, because they were paid by state, they're getting good amount of money, and they were expected to be in good physical condition because they have to dance for a long time. Their voice had to be full and expressive. They should be flexible to perform different characters. And you will find out sometimes these great writers, Thespis and Aeschylus, they used to perform on the stage if required. Now, if you see it very carefully, Greek drama developed in 3 different genres, in 3 different distinct styles, 3 different forms, I can say. You will say, sir, which are these 3? Tragedy, number 1. Second is satire play. The spelling of satire in Greek is S-T-A-Y-R, not I-R-E. S-T-A-Y-R. And comedy. These are the 3 distinct genres of Greek drama. Now, the most fully developed and valued form of drama in Greece is tragedy. Because why it is fully developed? The reason is this tragedy is having a story, usually based on Greek myth, and it talks about the downfall of a noble figure. Downfall of a noble figure. That's why they were very much popular amongst the people. The second type, satire. Satire play followed a trilogy of tragedies. A chorus of satires, each half man and half goat or beast. Satire is having a combination of these two things. Half man, the chorus made up of half men and half beast or goat. They enacted scenes from Greek myths in a very small time. Because satire is not taking place completely. Because if you are performing trilogy means 3 plays performed at a time. 3 play performs one after another. Now to give a break, first play was over, now second to begin. Now there will be a time. What that meantime, what audience will do? So to engage the audience, the satire play used to perform in between these trilogies. And these satire plays, they used to enact certain crude or farcical stories, myths, farce. Please understand, I'm not talking about comedy. There is a difference between comedy and farce. Please understand, my friend. We use these words in some wrong notations. Comedy doesn't mean to which will create laughter. No. Nowadays we are using it in a wrong sense. Being a student of English, we need to understand what exactly is the meaning of comedy. Comedy means the thing which end with happy note, that will give pleasure to the audience. Happy ending. And then they live happily ever after. This is called as comedy. There is no laughter expected in comedy. Laughter is farce, F-A-R-C-E, where the laughter will create. They will make the people to laugh. The jokes they will present. In today's terminology, you can say. So farcical, the satire play used to perform certain farcical ideas. The satire play provided emotional relief to the audience. Because you need to have an emotional relief after watching one tragedy. This is a very typical psychological, you can say, condition of any audience. Being an audience, if I give a simple example to you that makes you to understand very comfortably, that if you are watching any film or movie, Hindi cinema especially, after a very serious scene, after a fight or after a quarrel, then there is going to be a song, or there is going to be entry of any actor who will make certain situation lighter and makes you to laugh. Actor like Mahmood or Johnny Lever, they used to come on the screen and make you relaxed, so that you will not be under constant pressure of the tragic scenes happening in front of you. So these satire plays are working as an emotional relief to the audience. Then the third form of Greek drama was comedy. And comedy in Greek drama is having in 2 different types: old comedy and new comedy. Old comedy was associated with a playwright called Aristophanes. This comedy was often coarse and ribald. It is satirizing. It is making comment on the behavior of the politicians. It was a direct comment on politician. Aristophanes' comedy, old comedy. And new comedy, associated with Menander, it was refined, more refined, and it avoided criticizing individuals. It tried to expand itself to social criticism. So old comedy was a direct satire on politicians. New comedy is satire on or dealing with social criticism. Please understand this small difference. These are the three major types of Greek drama. So in next lecture, on Saturday, we will have an extra lecture on Saturday. We'll talk about all these forms of Greek drama. Okay, so today I talked with you Greek actor, chorus, mask, and how the development of drama in Greece took place. I hope that you are able to understand it comfortably.